guys, it's Fultoncards here, live and direct from Brooklyn, New York City, and today is the day, oh yeah, in front of me today, bing bang bong boing, I have a box of 2008-2009 SP Authentic. Can you dig it? It doesn't really rhyme with anything other than copacetic, no. Anorexic, I don't know. Hellenic, I'm not really sure. It doesn't really rhyme with anything. But one thing I want to say is I brought in a rescue cat right after Nick Cordero died, who's my homie. He died out in LA, and I came back to New York and I brought in a rescue cat who was dying of cancer on the streets of Clinton Hill, Brooklyn, with growths all over her. Her ear was clipped, she was missing tufts of fur, and she was an absolute cancerous disaster, really, really frail, barely 5-6 pounds. Brought her in. I thought she would only last a week or two months or something, and 2 years to the day I had to put her down, which also coincided with Nick's birthday and with the anniversary of my mom's death, and so it was really crazy. She's such a sweet, she's scrappy but sweet hearted. She'd never known love, and she fell in love with hotel living for the first time in her life after probably battling for food with the rats. But I miss her. It's really hard to lose a cat. Of course, I have my other cat named Flurry. She was named Pocket after the Pocket Rocket. She was named after Henri Richard. Anyways, homage to her, my little girl, my sweet girl. She brought so much warmth and love. She'd never known love, and she was love. So it was a really cool thing. So I thought I'd let you guys know that it does pay to bring in rescue pets as opposed to paying for like purebreds or whatever people do when they have money. Anyways, guys, 2008-2009 SP Authentic configuration, 5 cards per pack, 24 packs per box, 120 cards total. Base sets 1 through 100. Then there are the SP notable high numbered 101 through 160. They're numbered to 999. Future watches are 161 through 250. 40 of those are base, 50 are the Future Watch autos, numbered to 999. Of course, there's limited of all these cards numbered to 100, including the patches, etc. Within a box break, guys, we would expect 3 autos, including a Future Watch auto and 2 hollow effects cards. The odds to hit a desired Future Watch auto, obviously, evidently, if there's only 50 of them, would be 2% if you're targeting someone in particular. So in terms of the inserts that you get within this product, there are the rookie reviews number 200, the SP Hollow effects, as I mentioned. I think we received 2 of those. They do have case-it die cuts, 8% opportunities to hit those. Pen Perfections, number to 50, the Marks of Distinction, number to 25, and the Sign of the Times, which I love, I've always loved, all the way from the duals, which are 8% hits, of course the singles and the duals, to 8s. Imagine hitting an 8, that would be crazy, but I think they're numbered to 3. And I think Zuri had said, I don't know in recent years, but when he opened up this box, he mentioned the fact that he'd never hit, I think, a multi-auto. So there you go. But the big deal about this, guys, is the rookie class: Luke Shen, Bogosian, Abdulkader, Sutter, Brassard, Neild, Opozo, Hornquist, Steve Mason. Am I going to hit Steve Mason? I might, or D'Agostini, because he's a Hab. Sean Matthias, Blake Wheeler. So the big ones are them. Josh Bailey is a redemption, unfortunately, so that wouldn't be the best one to hit. Filatov, I think, is redemption as well. But there's Petrangelos, there's Giroux, Berglund, Frolik, Goligoski. Oshie's a big one, Dowdy's a big one, Turas Stamkos is the biggest one, and Voracek. And if you're wondering about the non-autoed Future Watches, Patch would be the guy I'd be targeting, but there's Alzner's, there's Trevor Lewis, there's Ben Bishop, a bunch of goalies, Varlamov, all the goalies are always non-autoed. Corey Schneider's non-autoed, Wayne Simmons, who am I missing? Justin Pogge is another one of the non-autoed ones. But of course, guys, I would love to hit a Pacioretty. So here we go, guys, again with the SP design, tested and true, very plain white, not my favorite in the hobby, to be honest with you guys. Usually just too basic for me, but here we go, and the standard bearer of the hobby, 2008, Jonathan Toews, right at the top, off the hop, and you see the back of the cards, again, very simple design. Miller, Vanek, Sundin, there's a Matt Sundin, as well as a Joe Sakic, very nice. So those big decoys as well. This is a much thinner pack, and a lot of base packs in here. So there's the Heater, Mueller, Franzen, Eliash, as well as OV. It's funny too, is Barkov and OV have the same autograph. It's so funny, there's always a couple of players who have very similar autographs, and Those two are, I can't believe how similar they are. All right, continuing on, I'm not sure what this thing is, but it's glued, if you can hear that. Oh, did we hit one of the die? Oh my God, I think we hit the K-Sit die cut of the Holo FX. They're 8% hits, guys, so that's awesome. Chichu, Luongo, Brian Campbell, and behind the Rick Nash. God, I don't want to ruin this thing. You can see it's stuck. This is terrible, guys. Oof, I got it off, I think. Okay, just got it unstuck. There you go. Rick Nash, and who is our Holo FX? And it would happen to be Sam Gagner. So we actually hit one of the die cuts. These are K-Sits, man. Really, really nice. Unfortunately, you know, I wouldn't grade it anyways, but I think we lost some surface area there. Continuing on, a bit of a base pack here, I think. We have FWA, we have Spezza, there's the King, Parise, as well as Danielle Briere. I really am torn up about losing Pocket. She was the most rewarding creature. So brave, such a brave little cat. Lidstrom, Niedermeyer, Thaneuf, Gagner, and Cogliano. All right, Nicholas Backstrom, Zetterberg, and our base Holo effects is a Sean Hornkoff. So far we have ourselves an Oilers box, Hemsky, as well as Jiggy. All right, I think we might have our base Future Watch, we'll see. There's, wow, Kovalev. Oh, look at this Marc-Andre Fleury. What a beautiful looking card, I love it. And that is our non-autoed Future Watch. So it would be Yanni Pessinen, who's a Finnish player. He barely played in the NHL, man. I think he was a KHLer. There's Vesa Toskala and Mike Richards. I was hoping to hit the patch, but or one of the goaltenders, like Varlamov, of course. Let us continue on. What do we have here? What do we have here? Is that one of our hits? Let's see, guys. Milan Hajduk, Olli Jokinen, Andrei Kopitar. There's Gino Malkin. I love these blue uniforms. Now, who is this? What is this? Oh, it's just an SP notable. Okay, SP notables of Zach Parise takes the MVP honors, leading the U.S. to their first World Junior Gold. All right, so we hit a notables. Oh, there's a Wayner. I'm assuming that Wayner's just a base. Look at this, Mr. Hockey and Wayne in the same pack. That is so cool. What a nice looking. I love how they just always call him trademark Gordie Howe, Mr. Hockey. There's Solani as well. Look at this, man. It's the best players in the history of the game. There's Sidney, the Kidney, as well as Wayne in his LA Grays. Oh, we have one of our autos, I believe. Nathan Horton, here's a who, Simon Gagner as opposed to Sam Gagner, Thomas Caberlet, and there it is. So behind our Cam Ward, who is our sign of the times. So it's just a single sign of the times. And it's TJ Hensick. Beautiful auto, but here's another non-NHLer. Ooh, rough box thus far, guys. Rough box thus far. I'm thinking that's a Future Watch. If it's a King, it bodes well. But they're glued. Again, they're glued. All right, continuing on, we have Eric Stahl, we have Nabokov, we have an Alexander Semin. Could be, it was Frolov a rookie? All right, Filatov was, but he was a redemption. So let's see who we hit here, guys. Let's see, could it be our man? We want it to be one person in particular, don't we? Don't we? Don't we? Yeah, we did it, guys. Very nice. Very, very nice. How ironic. How ironic. This is the same one that Zuri hit in his box. Of course, he was really elated. I'm very happy. That's as good as you get, really. Of course, there's, you know, Giroux and Stammer if you want to recoup fully, but I'm very, very happy with this one. A legend and a Team Canada legend. So yeah, I checked out Zuri's break just before this break just to make sure I was up on, you know, because he's the expert at SP Authentic. It's pretty much all he ever thinks about. So I thought it'd be interesting to see his break. And sure enough, he hit the Drew Doughty. But he hit the patch as well. He hit the patch right. He had a great box. Okay, continuing on, guys. We have Grabowski. We have Paul Correa. Is this an auto or a notable? We'll see. Brad Boys. There's a Paul Stastny. And what? Ooh, it's a limited. Ooh. It is a... No way, that's so cool. It's a Bernie Perron limited number to 100. That is very cool. So it's basically one of the SP notables, but it's a limited version thereof, and it is such a beautiful card. And it's his back-to-back Stanley Cups. Why did he win those Stanley Cups? Because Ken Dryden took a couple of years off. I think he took a year off to do his bar exams, and for 2 years we didn't win the Stanley Cup in our string of Stanley Cups in the 70s. So power to him. I mean, we paved the way for him. So Marty Biron, we have Frolov, we have Hossa, there's Alfredson, as well as Alex Tanguay. So really happy with our Future Watch. We're still missing one auto. Hopefully it'll be someone half decent. We are guaranteed 3 autos in this box. Big deal for me to hit a Drew Doughty Future Watch. Sedin, Shatan, Dustin Brown, as well as the Mike Modano and the Ilya Kovalchuk. It lifts my spirits, man. It's weird, right, to talk about pets and so on, but take care of a pet with cancer over 2 years with vomit and feces and all that stuff. Her last night, I basically had to sleep on a bed full of vomit and feces and pee because she couldn't make it to the litter, and that's how I kind of knew it was her last night. And neither of us could sleep, so she sort of nestled up under the bed in a nook, and I was above her, and neither of us could sleep, and I just needed to get her to eat or drink just a little bit of water and just enough tuna, just to graze a tiny bit of tuna finally, because you couldn't keep anything down, to have just enough strength to be brave enough to go to her death around the corner at Heart of Brooklyn vet, and they're in a workshop all day, which made it really difficult because I needed basically to put this pet down, and I was just croaking watching her suffer. And she hadn't suffered for the most part during the 2 years that she was cancerous with me, but when they're suffering. And they were in a workshop all day, so they couldn't get me an appointment. And finally, like at 5 o'clock, they called me back and said, you can come in right away. And we put her down. And it was very peaceful. Death is peaceful. Dying is, I think people suffer and want things like hockey cards because they haven't reconciled their own mortality. I think people are okay with the death part itself. It's actually kind of soothing. It's the living and the dying that's difficult, Anyways, guys, Sedin, Backstrom, Camilleri, ex-Hab. There's Marty, as well as Chris Osgood. So last stack coming up here. Let's see if we could hit our last auto. Oh, it's totally a notables. Okay, Arnott, Patrick Sharp, Mark Savard, as well as Pascal Leclerc. I just love those colors. And Clark wins 3 Hart trophies in 4 seasons. All right, so we have a Philly box as well. I don't know if they're chopping down trees or something. Another massive filler. All right, continuing on, guys. Kerry Lettinen, Patrick Kane, Mika Koivu. We have a Vokun, as well as a Marcus Naslin and a massive decoy. And the rest of the packs are thin, so we are not going to hit a limited patch auto. These cards are still sticking, unfortunately. Marty Turco, there's Carey Price, very nice. So that's a second-year card of Price if you want to go graded. And there is the Hollow Effects of Marian Gaborik. Nice, nifty-looking cards with the logo. Kessel, Phil the Thrill, and Jason Pominville. And Saku Koivu. Oh, we have, I think it's another non-autoed. And it's Theo Peckham, I can already see it. He was on Edmonton as Zerdev. And in fact, the Theo Peckham Future Watch non-auto. We're not hitting great ones of the non-autos. There's Marty, as well as Chris Drury. So 5 packs left. There's Rick DiPietro, one of 3 goalies to go first overall. The other 2, of course, are Fleury and Michel Plasse, who was a Habs first overall draft pick, if you can imagine that. I'd say one of the 3 really worked out if you're thinking about drafting a goalie first overall. DiPietro, Brad Richards, Jordan Stahl, Vinny Le Cavalier, as well as Patrice Bergeron. Rick Nash, there's a Cristobal Huet, ex-Hab. Jonathan Chichu, there's Bobby Lou, as well as Zach Parise. We've hit all our SP hollows. We have Spezza, the King, second King, I think, Plex, Danny Briere, as well as Dougie Waite. 2 packs left. Which one has the auto, guys? Which one? We'll open that one last if we can figure it out. All right, I think that's our last auto. I think it's the last auto, and it looked like a coyote, which is not the best. Gabrick, Mika Kiprasov, Shane Doan, and behind the Pavel Datsuk. And if it's a coyote, I think it's Bodker, isn't it? Isn't that? I don't know. We'll see. Number 2/999. So this would happen to be a Future Watch auto, I'm thinking. And it would happen to be Mikhail Bodker. Okay. All right. Sort of what I was expecting there. The 8th overall pick in 08. Anything else in here? Oh, we have something else here. Might be another notable, I'm guessing. We'll see. Iggy, Ellis. We have a Derek Roy, and we have... Can you guys read that? Oh, look at this. It's a Stan Mikita. Oh, that's very nice. So our last notable would be Mikita wins the back-to-back hearts. That is very nice. So that's basically it, guys. Thank you for supporting me, particularly on a day of loss and mourning to a certain degree. You guys know what it's like if you ever lost a pet. It's not fun. But yeah, pretty solid box actually, because we hit one of the big Future Watch autos, which is always helpful. So let's just look at it here. We have 2 of the base Future Watches, but we did hit the case hit of the Holo FX die cut. 3 autos, Sign of the Times, 2 Future Watch autos, and they toss in a bit of goalie mojo just to satisfy my soul. SP Notables limited version of Bernie Perron number 200, so that's kind of cool. And look at those beautiful base cards with legends. So guys, please do me a favor and the honor of subliking, hashtagging Dryden. I'll be Fultoncards live and direct from a place called Brooklyn, New York City.
But I can't help the pain.